Hey guys, Dan here and welcome back to another video and another reaction. And today, as a second reaction of the day, we're going to be reacting to Pootis Goes Missing. This is a TF2 animation made by Quazies, so if you can, please be sure to give a like to the original video before watching this reaction. And, as stated before, this is the second reaction we're doing today. The first one was to Uber Heart, an SFM that was made by Customoine and Stakey. So if you guys can, also be sure to check our reaction to that video and give a like to the original video. Now, without any more further ado, onto the video. Have a good day. Just another heads up before we get to the reaction, just be warned that we're gonna be reacting to this whole video and later we're gonna do a breakdown of every single Easter egg we can find. So now, I'm ready, you guys are ready? And click. That's the name of the show, Little Pootis. I have the use. I got used to just following the series The Adventures of Little Pootis. I'll mainly keep attention to the animation itself, but I'll also read a little bit of what Quasi's insights are on the subtitles. Oh, poor Pootis. He's so beaten up by falling into the river and being on the snow. A lot of stress. Yeah, we got this over in episode 3. That's right, he doesn't smoke anymore. Yeah, that's right. Pootis is this scout, maybe as our scout, but he knows that there is something wrong. Oh, this is interesting. So this shows that... Oh, he's not the stepdad, he's the dad that stepped up. Okay, that's a very good play work with the words. Wordplay, that is. That was the word that I was searching for. Wow, here a lot of the mercenaries sleep together in the same room. On the red team, all of them have their own rooms. And this scout is way more carefree with things. I can definitely, beyond the cigarette, I can already see a lot of spies. That is the blue spies on the blue scout right now, since he was truly the dad that stepped up. I hope this, at least this Pootis is friendly. He's a Blutis. Hmm. He's so cute. Ooh. Poor Red Scout, he's just so worried about Pootis. He might think he lost him forever with that. I would really not be surprised if the Pyro just goes crawling to the... Oh, he knows where that could go. If Pyro would just crawl into that and follow the tracks of Pootis. And they did not expect for Pyro to be such a good friend on this opening of episode. Is he gonna see all the drawings of Pootis that he made? I saw that Mad Midis was in Scout's backpack on the thumbnail, But I think that Madmead is the worst company that someone can have, especially because he wants to kill Scout. That's guilt. And also fear of the red pyro. Hey, the spy crabs are still here. Aww, and they still remember him for the poker nights. That guild is gonna take you all the way in, the mateys. It's so weird to see a Mad Meaties just put in makeup. It's weird, but it's so in character at the same time. Perfect isn't easy, but it's me. Where's that from? I wonder if it will be on this episode that we'll kind of see a redemption arc for Mad Meaties. Maybe not now, but possibly in the future. There's a goddamn unusual over there, and the soldier's raccoon. His hobbies are murder, demoman, and garbage. Ugh. Wait, but Pootis learned how to make sandwiches with the red heavy. Maybe they can try to make one. Intermission. And now for something really cool. Hey Pootis. Are they gonna talk about the new plushies that Quazies made? I think they will. Oh yeah, plushification. Smile. Guys, if you guys didn't know, Quazies is actually releasing a new brand of plushies about Pootis, which will be linked into her channel and community tab, so you guys should definitely check that out. So cute! The new little Pootis 2.0 plushie. It has a little backpack and it comes with seeds. Wait, don't tell me that actually can you open. Wait, you can actually open the little backpack. Oh, this is so wholesome. And the drawing of a bird friend. I did not know about the bird friend drawing. That's so cute. So you guys better go to the original video and get your free, no, not free, but get your little Pootis. Only 29.99. Oh, 0.99. That reminds me, are we going to see the new an early discount for the first 48 hours? Worldwide shipping. Well, go to the original link. Go to the original link. Early bird discount for the first 48 hours, so you guys better go. You guys have maybe still 8 hours or so, according to my recording of this video. I'm gonna eat a piece of candy in the meantime. Get a piece of candy, excuse me. Heavy, still the strongest boy around. Oh, the blue heavy is still a wholesome lad. Nice. Ooh, this medic. Yeah. Cool to see that they are, in a way, very different from the red team. They have their different personalities. And Pootis still has a little bit of fear of water now. Are you okay, crybaby? Blue may be tough, but he still has the kind heart of a Pootis bird. Oh, I was gonna give him his little hat. And just now I truly realized that they have different colors, like for their texture. Ooh, he's actually built for cold water. Because the Bluetooth is actually more orange, more yellowish orange, and the Pootis is a true orange. Just drinking all the way from 240. I don't think that you should be swimming in that water. You're gonna end up mutated, Bluetooth. Or maybe that's how he actually got his capability for cold water. Yeesh. Okay. Bluetooth is a little less risky with eating raw food from the wild. Oh goddamn, soldier! Remember to get the food, not to the stick. And the Pootis is a little bit more. How can I say? He's less used to eating raw things from nature. Hey, have a sandwich. I think that everybody around knows about Pootis right now. Pyro. And the little Dark Vader breathing doesn't help Pyro. I think Pyro Red knows that Mad Meaties is pure evil and he's trying to get rid of him. This whole action sequence to just end with a bite and the sound of Pyro getting hurt. Really puts a comical sense into all of this. Oh no, the raccoons. The raccoon sanctuary. Oh, every time that I see something like this, a phrase like this, I just want to say, oh, this is a reference to this in the comics. This is a reference to this and this. And Demoman's no longer phased by seeing things, strange things. Okay, that's fair. Demoman has seen his strange, fair amount of crazy stuff. What is that melody? Will Madmeat and Medic actually become friends? Because Madmeat is a medic, and the medic is the medic. Oh yeah, he fell in love. Oh, but okay, I thought that he was going to get in there. Yeah, Miss Poland works a lot too. Wait, this is Blue Sniper. His hobby is skipping work, watching horror movies, and I'm kind of scared to. Oh, okay, I cannot reveal that, but I have two assumptions to what that is, and I will not speak of either. Sniper's like that one auntie who always just keeps stretching your cheeks like that, your face cheek. Or is it bone cheeks? I really don't remember now. Yeah, he definitely is an auntie. Sniper is weak-willed, but there are not many who would be strong against Pootis birds. It was kind of creepy. Human poison. Bird seeds. Nice. I think he's gonna enjoy it. Delicious. He's gonna pick a whole armful of it, is he? Just and apple juice! Nice one. His first, his third favorite snack and first favorite drink. Wait. This engineer's hobbies used to be fun, but now he mostly cries all day. Damn, that's sad, Angie. And it's hard to stay mad at cute birds. Aww. There, you should not be walking around stealing your juice. Whole storage keep closed. Okay, so he's mad that he kept the door open. I think the blue team is kind of different, but so far they don't seem terribly bad. No. With the exception that they are all mercenaries. Oh wait, so that was the blue spot. Oh, I get it. This is the blue spot is a reference of Medic stealing his severed head. There it is. I was right, and I am already starting to kind of dissect this this whole video. But I need to wait, and I need to be able to contain myself and get through this first. Okay, what's your plan, man? Maybes? Oh, man, Maybes is a tsundere, I think. He wants to do the right thing still. Oh, there we go. There they go. And everyone's gonna help. Let's go. Oh, I misspawned. Come on. Yeah. Okay, that is a scouting to do just to show the administrator to come on, please go look for Pootis. Come on. I think they're sideways. Oh, scout. Is she gonna help you? Every time Quazies animations just get better and better. And at least even the daughter of a Greyman. And even the devil! Oh, really? Can you ask for a more wholesome series? Ooh! And as wait for them to get together. Hey, nice! This is actually working. The blue team will actually see that the Pootis is missing. I wonder how this exchange will be. If they will truly give back Pootis. And oh, I know that what they're looking at. The top secret files, I know what they're looking at. That's sus. Oh yeah, now he realized that this is not his bomb. At least Bluetooth is a little bit more smart than Pootis. Aww, 1969, nice. I was thrown away. Fuzzy, don't make me get emotional. Come on. So it was the blue heavy who was actually the one who got to save Blutus and give him some cosmetics. Demo will have leadership go on occasional mutiny? A martini, my bad. So here, Blue Demo's the leader. Nice. And his Blue Medic. Oh, he's kind of the second charge, I believe. And yeah, I do not know. I do not want to know his hobbies. Not with that creepy face that he has. Especially now after that reaction. So they did send a letter back. And I hope that mandatory team meeting, I really hope that this does not go south. Thank you, Spy. This is the 27th time that these problems happen. You're scum. If you ever want to see your Pootis live again, return our Spy's head. You know, actually, that is a fair trade, I'd say. Someone here's pretending to read. Okay, it's Soldier, of course. It is Soldier who's pretending to read. You will return that Spy's head. You will. You will return it. I believe it is with Pyro. There it is. And of course it's already on his grasp. Come on, show him the note. Come on, Scout, if you show him the note and you show that this is for a good cause to have Pootis returned, of course Pyro is gonna help you guys. Okay, it's kind of weird that choice because you could see like the side of Spy's head, but the cigarette was on the complete other, while the and of course, Manami is still rebutted this the middle finger moments I was not expecting, not by 100 years. Uncle Heavy will help. And also that's a nod to the comics, where there's a scene where Scout and Heavy are on a motorcycle where Scout is actually driving. Pootis! Ooh. I wonder how truly excited Blue Scout must be, because if they are really giving back the head of the Blue Spy, he would be getting his stepdad back. Nice. He's not as sensitive, but he thinks Pootis is a funny little guy. His Scout's trying to appear non-threatening, you don't have to try too hard. Also, Blue Demon is tired of losing, so they were losing a lot, really. They were really losing. Is it just me? Or like it's kind of, I feel kind of happy that Spy, the Blue Spy, actually has a good chance to go back to his team. One. Two. But really, Blue Scout is way more buffed than the Red Scout. I saw this before, but damn. Yep, that went surprisingly well. Yeah, this is the best day Blue Spies had in a while. Why were you taking the needle? Why was the the blue medic just taking the needle out of nowhere like that? Okay. And I was wrong, so Pootis did indeed came back to the red team on the first episode. He's gonna be crying too. Oh, he's feeling bad. And he still has the bird seeds to share. Oh. Ooh, welcome back, Spy. Chain smoking, getting over divorce. Also, they did divorce and tried to be better. So he actually stepped up as a stepdad, and he actually got divorced too. There's background music. I like this. Such good vibes. Oh, you know, being a fan of Asian culture because of a few animes, I can totally see also Quazies as of an Asian culture fan. Oh, Quazies, I really miss your work. Please keep doing these videos, and I hope that your plushies get all sold out. I really hope so, and I really think they will. That one, the previous one was by Cursed Drone was so cool. Oh, this is so wholesome. And then reacting to the Pootis. Still have a minute left, and as soon as we get to the end of this video, the reaction video, we're gonna go back and try to analyze everything and see all of the reactions. So this video will most likely have more than 1 hour, so really, if you guys can, please be sure to give a like to the original video and give a like to this video and subscribe. Recently we got past over 2,000 subscribers, and we did a whole week of live streams, which we did a different game every single day, with the exception of Monday and Sunday where we did TF2 for both streams. Also consider checking the Quazies Patreon. I think we truly came to the end. So let's go back to the beginning. And now I think that we might have at least 50 more minutes ahead of us, considering all the commentary. So once again, a like to the original video, check Quazies Patreon, check Quazies plushies, and now I'm ready, you guys are ready. Let's start analyzing the shit out of this 27-minute gorgeous video. Oh, let's go again. The Pootis. First of all, we see that now, I don't think that was present before, but now the series has the two O's of Pootis having their little kind of feather style of hair feathers, and there's two of them, symbolize that we're gonna have a video showing the interaction of two Pootis birds. The name of the show, that says in the subtitles. We see the blue base, which is later said that most of the blue base is actually underground, considering the terrain that they have and probably the snowy mountains. There's blue written over here. There are a few boards over the windows, just like a few of the maps on Team Fortress 2. A few of the windows, they have boards just so people don't go over them, or just part of the scenario. Some, I believe it's chemical waste barrels dropped here. I don't know. And even a water tower, one that is a reference to I mean, this whole scenario is a reference, the buildings are a reference to the TF2 style of buildings. But this one is also one that we have seen in Meet the Sniper. Not this specifically one, but it's the same style where he was climbing over there to get a good advantage position. And oh, we have, is this a little bathroom? This can be a reference to Shrek, right? With a little moon. Is a little bathroom outside the base. Engineer is pondering the nature of death. Also, already a little heads up that to show us that Engineer, he is still mourning a spy's death because he really got to be close friends with him. And he's just there smoking and watching the fire. Cool to see that all of the blue members that we've seen smoking so far is Scout and Engineer. And the two of them were the closest to Spy as shown throughout this video. So both of them smoking just really shows their connection with the blue Spy. As a friend, as a stepdad, and as teammates. That's cool. And he's hoping his stepson still likes him. Wait. Oh. Is Blue Spy and the Blue Engineer on this on Quazies videos a thing? Because it says and he's hoping his stepson still likes him. Are they a thing? Are they a couple? That would actually explain a lot of their connection, like in the cigarettes that they share, like this in the animation. That would be actually interesting. You know, I feel like this is a lot of people might not like because oh, this is not to the comics, or oh, they are not a couple. But I don't know. I feel like the way that they were portrayed was very cute and very harmless. I like it. Okay, season 2, episode 1, Pootis goes missing. And in the meantime, Pyro, also with the same like drawing pastime as the Red Pyro, he just keeps drawing along the base. The Red Pyro, he has a few sunshines and a few drawings on his door, but this Pyro just goes drawing throughout the base. We can see Engineer being sad, Medic just being creepy, and we got little Blutus. I also draw pictures of birds and old men all day. Oh, Quazies. We see Scout's backpack over here. I do not recognize it. This is the alarm of the blue base, which we have seen the style in many places. We have a giant med kit that we also get on TF2. This is the direct style from TF2, but instead of being an actual pickup, is a medical locker. So really cool. The blue scout having his scarf, his jacket. His scarf are the same one that little Bluetooth has and the same one that Red Heavy has. And he's smoking, symbolizing his connection with the blue spy. And little Bluetooth is just now really starting to recover. All around, I don't see many things. I really don't see many things around here that could be an Easter egg. This shot. The scout are still alive face. Poor Pootis. He just gives Quasi just so good at drawing like this emotion of being stressed and tired at the same time. Great one. Too much stress for a little bird, yes. I wonder like if they had actually to go by a motorcycle to get to the blue team's base. Just imagine how long Pootis was like in that stream until he was able to get out. He was very lucky to stay alive. Mom, I need a hug. And right about now he still thinks that the blue scout is his mom. And we got over this in episode 3. You know, before I watched this, while my reaction to Costa Moinen's Uberheart was uploading and getting ready, I actually went back to rewatch a few of the old episodes. And yeah, this we got over this in episode 3. At least Pootis, he knows now that smoking is bad for you. Oh wait, let me watch this pullback animation again. Okay. Oh no. Yeah. So it's still on the same side. It just goes back and puts him back in place. It pulls it back. But seriously, hold me. Oh, Pootis just really loves a hug. And he goes, there's something off about mom. Also, this blue spy actually stayed. He was not like he is not like the stepdad who stepped up. Like it says, he threw. Yeah. Let's see. There's a picture of them getting married, and as he grows, things don't work out, and they truly separated. Okay, but things don't work out. And turn around, Scout, you're missing the plot. Oh, so that's how it began. So Spy and Angie truly are a thing. I did not got this from the beginning, but later, and now I get it. Okay, so they truly are a thing here. And oh, this Scout is actually 30. I'm not the stepdad, I'm the dad that stepped up. Oh, so this was not a reference to Blue Spy, this was a reference to the Blue Engineer. Okay, nice. So yeah, this is actually very cool and very wholesome. Nice, and they all seem so happy. I feel happy for them. Good for them. And it's just Scout still being treated like a child. Oh, this adds so much context to the beginning then. I thought that this was just a friendly picture, but I totally missed the previous picture to understand this whole context. That's nice, that's cool. Let's see. All around we got a few... We got a bat, a baseball bat over here, a picture of baseball bat here, a few pictures along the wall. I imagine it's a New Jersey baseball shirt. And a few things around it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything big here right now. Just throws all of his things. Oh, come on, Scout, you need to be a little bit more careful when you have a Pootis. Just don't go throwing him everywhere. Pootis hasn't been thrown in a good while. But yeah, when was the last time? This is all a little much after being in a suit for a few hours. Yeah, it's a little bit brute. But as Quazies herself said, Blue Scout is not the most sensible one. Let's see. They have a little commune room. There are a few drones, a sniper drone, scout drone, a little bean buffs. How do you call these things? Like a little bean seats? I don't know the name of these. There's a picture, I believe, of Heavy doing like the proletariat showdown, maybe, or just showing his muscles. There are some heavy gloves here. Block the same alarm here for problems. We got Sniper sleeping on his on his little bunk bed. He has his sniper rifle hugged to him. He has boots, the #1 sniper mug, the same one I believe we see Meet the Sniper. He has the Australian flag. He has his hat, his coat, a few pictures on the wall, probably of targets, because as we see in Meet the Sniper, he has this little these pictures of his targets that he needs to remember. He has a little kangaroo plushie with him, a few clothes under his bed, and a little carpet that says "piss off," a reference to his whole thematic with Girotti and piss. It smells of something Put is not familiar with. Ugh. And Pyro on top of the bunker with a lot of plushies. We see, I think this is a Spy Crab. Oh, he has a little Pootis plush, I think. Maybe a Max head, a few pillows, a drone of Demoman, a drone of a Pootis, and maybe Heavy. I do not know who this is. He has a picture of a cow saying meow and maybe doing that little dance like this. You guys ever saw that little... I don't remember if it was an emoji or a gif, I think both. He has a little shoes over here. He has a little blanket. He has a cat plushie. He has a dog plushie. And he has a balloonicorn plushie. Oh, wait, no. This one over here, I think, is the space hamster. I think there was something like that in TF2 in the past years. Wasn't there? Like... a space hamster of sorts, or is this maybe Poopy Jones, like the space monkey that they saw on a rocket? I don't know. So if you guys know, please tell me in the comments. And on a side note, If you guys ever slept on bunk beds, I was on the team upper bunk bed. I just love to be up there. I really loved it. And it's just like it's shown right there. I would just have all of my stuff over there while we would like arrange ourselves to sleep in a room like this. I would just have like all my stuff surrounding me, and I just love to be up there. There was a sensation of power. Pyro is still being nice to Pootis. Maybe this is home. Okay. They must have the redecorated while he was in the sewer. Hey, this bag is alive. Someone get medic. Oh yeah, also we see a few papers under his bed and 2 blue Snickers. And the scout's playing with the little Game Boy without paying too much attention. And it's not like mom to ignore Pootis. Maybe because in this universe, Bluetooth is not the scout's bird. Even if it was with him hanging around, so maybe he was just Heavy's bird. Wait, see that? Pootis will take care of the living bag. Ow. Or not. Hey, Bluetooth. Ow, not Bluetooth? So cute. And he wears blue. He's a Bluetooth! Hello? Pootis remembered what a great fan taught him. He's referring to Dr. Laub's tiny desk engineer, which is a little friend that Pootis made while investigating the engineer workshop on the red base. And he remembers that the engineer he gave him his hand so they could shake, and that's how Pootis remembers that. So that's nice. Pootis learns from his experiences. Sandwich. Seen all around, not too much new. Loot is only sandwiches on special occasions. Hey, get this guy sandwich! They had iPad babies in the 70s. Oh, the little Game Boys. I don't think I ever had a Game Boy. Ignore Bluetooth is a bad idea. He hasn't moved since the incident, and now we go back to this very sad part. There are a few fireflies all around. Pyro just really wants to know where's Pootis. And Scout points out that he went on the sewer. I really hope that for next episode, Blue Archimedes, Mad Medes, he doesn't go doing these types of things again. And we can see that here we have a few bullets spread around, just to show that that they waste a lot of ammunition on their fights, and that even on the sewer you can find some. Considering that a lot of TF2 maps, they have sewer systems implemented to the actual game. Who knows where that pipe could go? Oh, so he didn't know where. I misread that. I thought that it read that he might know where this pipe led, or... Oh, I don't know now. And we're back to Pootis' room. Let's see, not so much. We have the little spy crab room entrance here. It's nice to see that they redecorated that to not just be a hole in the wall. A few posters and pictures all around. A few plushies and Pootis, I think this is Pootis' backpack. We have some crayons. We have the little nightlight for Pootis, and oh, also I think it's maybe a bag, a shirt, or some pants, and a can of bonk here. That's okay. You'll get over it soon. We're such a good friend on both teams. That's nice. And the little drone that we saw, there's another crayon, but the drone says, "Mom." That is so wholesome. Please deliver an angel to help Scout find his songbird. Also, there's the outside. There's I think it's an apple here, but I don't know. That sounds a little bit like a Mogus doing the butt shake for me. Don't you guys think? And Mad Medes. That's the farthest thing from an angel. Yes, it is. Crying is a lot easier when a creeper isn't staring at you. Manmis does not have time for crying. Back to business as usual. A strange feeling he's never felt before. Oh yeah, it's fear. It was not remorse, it was fear. Let's see, before it jumps in there, there's a range of chemicals, guns, which I think is a magazine that we actually saw again. Wait, is this a drone of the buffed engineer? Because I see like a sort of a ripped shirt, big muscles, and what appears to be the start of a hard hat. Is this the buffed engineer but covered? We got some bonus ducks, rope, watch, scissors, TNT, lots of money, cigarettes, a Menco sign, some pictures, some oh, we got a bottle here and some oh, I forgot the name of it that comes in the bottles. But they have a little poker table here that they used to play, the spy crabs that is, some dynamite, a bullet, cigarettes and matches. Yeah, all around here, all good. And also another bonus deck. He's still getting used to the fear one. And there's a picture of Scout's mom. And oh yeah, also on some Christmas lights all around to give the place a little light. The spy crabs there. Oh, and they have a little spy crab baby here. Are we gonna see in the future maybe a new spy crab with these three? Because I think that these two seem to be guys, but this one seems to be a girl. I don't know why, but I got the feeling that this one's a girl. Ever since Meaties moved in, Poker Night isn't just the same. Oh, okay. So it was not about Pootis moving out and them remembering Pootis. It's just the fact that Mad Meaties basically took hold of the place, and then now it's a little bit weird all around. It's like they're not the bosses of the place anymore. And these two resent Mad Meaties a lot. Miss Pauling, check it. He made a tattoo of Tom Jones. There are a few darts around this to throw at Scout. Little Pootis, I believe, is a Pootis portrait. We got Mad Meaties. Pootis eating a burger. There's a little bit of makeup here. Another Mad Meaties picture. Mad Meaties and Pootis. When did they took this picture? Mad Meaties, and the Mad Meaties just cosplaying as I think it was oh, I forgot her name, but was it Alice Monroe? Wait, let me go this Monroe dress picture. I think it was. Wait. Oh, Marilyn Monroe, I believe. Okay. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. My bad. Why did I think it was Alice? No. And also Archimedes, Mad Meaties drawn over here. As you all can tell from these many portraits, Mad Meaties loves himself. Or maybe it's something else. It's easy to ignore those feelings of guilt and fear when you're all used up. Also, I did not point out the surroundings. He really made the whole studio for him. Look at the mirror, a little flowers, some curtains, a cigarette, a bed made out of a cigarette box, which is actually very ingenious. Nice one, Quasi. A little seat from him. The background being the Spy Crab room house. And I really want to Google what he says. I think next. I think it's right now. Wait for it. Wait for it. Perfect isn't easy, but it's me. I think that's a reference to somewhere. Let me see. Perfect it isn't easy, but it's me. Oh, so I was right. This is a reference to, I think, Oliver and Company. Yeah, it is from that house dog that was in the movie where she would have a lot of dogs that wanted to be with her and marry her, and they were like her admirers. And she sings a whole song about perfect and easy, but it's me. Yeah, so I really thought about this during the reaction, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to just start commenting on everything that I saw. But yeah, nice callback. Also, nice taste in movie, Quasi. I can see that you were a Disney fan yourself growing up. Nice one. I was too. Even she, Quasi even replicates the same kind of tired, creepy smile that Medmides and Oliver and company portrayed in this scene. Now trying to tell a lie to yourself about your beauty. A portrait that Pootis made for him. And we're going out to Soldier's room, and we can see so many hats. All of these hats, I will not know how to name them, but let's see. We got 4 hats already. Sandwich in here, go get it. We got 4 hats so far that Soldier can already pick. We got 5, I think it's a boot. 6, 7, the unusual, 8, 9. The Alice cap, this one I know. This one's a Halloween item. I do not know what this. Soldier was here. There's a little I totally forgot the name of this thing, but this thing was really present in Adventure Time. There are a few medals, the American flag, a shovel, a gibbous, a picture of Demoman, a target, a pillow. He doesn't even know what his mom's real job is. That's probably for the best. Yeah, that's probably for the best. And a little raccoon. Let's see, a lot of garbage all around. The boards that I said before. So Soldier kind of lives on the not underground, but he lives on one of the buildings that is above ground. Interesting. Maybe he lived in that room in that building we saw in the beginning that I pointed out that had boards all over it. And there's even a little bit of a light from the snowy sky. Okay. There's a coat, the medals, a rocket launcher above his head. I do not know what is this. There's a bottle that, once again, the Demoman picture that says "Love Ya" and the T, which is a reference to Demoman's real name, which I believe is Travis the Groot. And the Soldier's passed out, and there's a little teddy bear here behind him. This is Blue Soldier. His hobbies are murder, Demoman, and garbage. Oh, a lot of shipping going on this episode. And Pootis just gives him a little hello. Let's see if going through all of this garbage, even a little cigar there, if you can find the sandwich. Pootis is happy to bring the crybaby a delicious sandwich. The delicious sandwich has been stolen. You should try to eat better, Soldier. I think that's probably for the best. How rude. Oh well, having your sandwich stolen is a rite of passage. We have already seen this intermission, so let's skip it, if you guys don't mind. But once again, if you guys can, please be sure to go ahead and go have a look at Quazies plushies. They are very wholesome. Each plushie sold will help the animator live. Oh, actually no, we need to go and watch it because of the subtitles of it. And now for something pretty cool. Hey Pootis. A piece of candy for me. A little nod to the seas that we're gonna see ahead, and the picture of Medmides. And the plushification begins! Smile. The new Lil Pootis 2.0 plush. Are we not gonna get any new subtitles? I thought we had them. I thought we had some. What surprised me even more is that the backpack actually works. Healthy snack, a drawing a bird friend. And did mom pack it? Bring home your own little Pootis. I'm very soft tonight. Only available for 21 days. Get him before it's gone forever. And don't forget, guys, that if you get on the first 48 hours, there is, I believe, a little discount, right? Or the link in the description. See, there was something about the early bird discount for the first 48 hours. Worldwide shipping. Just like this video, there's a lot of shipping. Nice. Each plushie sold will help the animator, well, live. Nice. Oh, I think that this was a soldier's home. I think that this is where a soldier was. Bunk A. And here's the blue team base. Nothing too much is new that we saw, but again with the Christmas lights to keep the place kind of bright, you know. The blue base is mostly underground with some above ground buildings for storage or evil experiments. Okay. I think that they weren't underground, they came to Soldier's room and then they came back this way to get out. Pootis isn't sure why they also redecorated the outside too. Oh, poor Pootis. He's cold. And the blue Pootis just goes, come on, man, we gotta go. A little armory, another small building. And since Spy has been gone, Blue hasn't won any matches against Red. Oh, okay, so that's why. Now they just haul payloads all day. No one's really sure why, but it pays the bills. Guys, I don't think it's good for you guys to push him this way. It's out of tracks. And Medic, why are you pushing it like this? Really, this Medic is already kind of a weirdo from the start, because instead of pushing it like this, he's actually pushing it like this. This is so weird. A nice one, Heavy. Why does this Medic kind of sense like either a JoJo character or a Baki character? It's kind of weird, dude. Hoot is happy to see his uncles. Once again, Heavy being the friendly guy that he always is. Oh yeah, we got the Devilman with his cosmetics just being a little uncertain. Oh, wait, who's this one? And the blue engineer just not caring. He's still apparently very affected. You know, just seeing this episode again like this, just knowing that the spy and the blue spy and the blue engineer were a thing, it just kind of really changes how I am seeing engineer right now. You know, like I can see a lot more of emotion in just him standing over there, like, looking at nothing. And of course, there's the blue medic. Mom is acting weird, and now his uncles? At least he has a nice new friend. Yeah, he does. Now all around, the little water stream keeps going. The reflection of Pootis' water is just so well made, you know, to portray his fear and exaggeration from the fear of water. And the little school right there. I think that this is a nod. This school really seems to be a nod to a very old school that was around the internet. Was it the Punisher school? Let me Google it real quick. Punisher. Yeah, at least for me, it looks a little bit like the Punisher school. But is now sure that all water will kill him. Are you okay, crybaby? And lean forwards. I like this little lean that showed up because it gives a little bit of a comic type of vibe, you know, just like a Marvel comics and DC comics where certain actions they will be written on the shape of the movement that the person did, like they would roll, they would jump, they would lean. Blue may be tough, but he still has the kind heart of a Pootis bird. Oh, and the first time we see his entire face. And differently from Pootis that has like his little feather hair upwards, Bluetooth has it down because he wears his little snowy hat. Hmm. They warm while Bluetooth gets to work, crybaby. Hmm. The yellow variant of Bluetooth species is built for cold weather. Nice. While an orange Pootis would have a diet of grains and grass, the yellow Pootis prefers something much different. He prefers meat. Oh, I really like to see cute characters like in dressing in overly big hats like this. This is very very wholesome, and the whole fear of him losing his friend comes, and just looking at the water, he feels sick again. You see, he was looking straight at where he jumped, and then he looked at the water, and then he felt sick again. And fish slap. Wait, there was a little slap sound that is actually from the high five count on TF2. Nice. And fish. He jumps in accomplishment and success with the two-headed fish. This string called away from 2 fort. Yeah, once again, I don't think it's safe for you guys to swim or pick food from that. No, that put it. Sorry. That Pootis look is just so wholesome and so relatable because I think we ever had that moment where we looked at someone who just did something very cool or something that we wish we knew how to do and they did it in such a casual way that we just light up with admiration in our faces. Do you guys ever had a moment like that? I know I have. Boom. It does not take much to keep Blue content and happy. But the little animation of the blood on like drawing over from his mouth kind of gives me a little bit of a disgusted vibe. I do not like blood. Otis, on the other hand, yeah, he's a little bit more picky than that. Would really like a sandwich. Eesh. Oh, sandwich, some hot pepper bullets. What was that on the other side? It was a can of beer, maybe? Or a soda. Oh, actually, Alamo. Is this a real brand of beer? Let me Google it real quick. Alamo beer. Oh, yes, apparently it is a real brand of beer. I think it is. Or, oh no, this is a reference to King of the Hill, right? King of the Hill. I recognize I saw a few pictures, but they were not real pictures. They were drawn pictures. And when I saw that one of the pictures was actually a card from Animation Throwdown, I knew it was from there. Not bad. Not bad. I still need to watch King of the Hill one day, but I watched clips, videos, and even some people breaking down some King of the Hill characters in the past. But I never truly saw King of the Hill. I need to watch it one day. And I just saw that this video, at least for me, just a few minutes past 1 hour. So again, guys, if you guys can, please give a like to the original video and a like on this. Sorry, and a like on this video. Let's keep going. Uses the cleaver, which is also a weapon for Scout to cut the sandwich. Nice one, Heavy. Everyone's eating. I don't know what's the name of this dish right here that engineer's eating, but I think I've seen it. It's like they get a a bread. They take everything that is on the center of the bread and the top, and they kind of fill it with a soup. So you eat the soup, or you eat whatever pastry or pasta inside in the middle of it, and later you eat the bread as well. Is that an actual thing? I think it is, or am I going crazy? Let's see. There are a few notice board here into the background. There's a little notice board here in the background. Sorry for the little freezing in my mind that I just had, but I was looking at the OBS for a second to make sure that I was not getting too close to the microphone, and I did not saw for a second the mic voice scale thing going up. So I was like freezing in devastation for a second, thinking, please don't tell me I just spent 1 hour over here reacting and breaking down this video just for it to not be capturing my audio. I was really scared for a second. But let's see, outside it's sunny. There are the apple trees and the little shed that we saw in previous episodes. Sniper offers some fried lizard, which is a cool thing. Even though people might not like your food, it's always nice to offer if you have plenty to share. There's a little calendar with the lady. I would assume she's on the beach. There's a shelf with some cans and bottles. The notion board once again saying no to maybe a list of things to not do in the base. There's some beer from Engineer, his hard hat. He's using a fork. Soldier has his little Alamo beer and his little American lunchbox. Soldier just goes ahead and yum. Soldier wants fried lizard. Yeah, I think that. Oh, I did not notice that, but Sniper actually gives a little content face of being happy to share food with his friend. But actually, really, I think that a Sniper and a Blue Sword would actually make a very good team when hunting. Even if Sword can be a little bit crazy sometimes, as we know, I think that Soldier would be actually one of the only ones who would not be too annoyed to having to hunt for their own food or eating whatever shows up, like insects, bugs, or even small lizards. Oh, nice one. There's a little picture of, I think it's a canary here with his little egg, and a picture of Scout just being sad. Still being very, very sad. And Heavy just comes up to try to cheer Scout up. Uncle Heavy will help. Once again, Heavy, one of the best characters in TF2, maybe the most wholesome one out of the whole group, because he's just such a Chad trying to protect everyone and make everyone happy. A true Chad. Sandwich. Unfortunately, a sandwich cannot or can't heal a broken heart. And here, wait, let me just see if I didn't lose anything. And I think that Heavy's face shows a little bit of annoyance, but also a little bit of understanding of what he's going through. You know, Heavy has a very symmetric face, so it can be a little bit hard to really show emotions. But I think that he knows what Scout is going through, and he's just respectful of his personal space, which is something that we should understand. That sometimes we cannot truly understand what someone else is feeling, even if we think we do. So the best thing is just to be there, but to be silent until the other one is, or the other, or the person that we care is ready to. And a toaster. And the meat is coming out of the room. No mush mouth out here. Good. Just put his little drawing here. We see the same scout bed that was here with the little bunk can, and I believe it's that pillow or pair of pants. And how am I supposed to be intimidated? Knowing you run like that? Yeah, that's a good point, Quasi. But this is a bird that can actually kill you if you turn your back. So I would still be intimidated by him. And kind of lastly, we see that whatever he was putting inside his shirt is going to be the drawing of a missing Pootis. And there's Pyro right there in the end of the hallway, right behind Mad Middies. What's that? Here again. Kind of funny to see that he has a sixth sense for that. And wait, let me go back to this because it's really cool to see that the style of the room is the same one as in a 2/4 base. You know, the orange on the half bottom of the wall and white on the upper half. That's a very 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 much TF2 style that I think that we have in 2/4 and the majority of the maps. So very very nice attention to detail. It doesn't look so bad to me. I would be their friend. Sometimes the axe is more fun than fire. You get to see all the giblets. Ooh, yeah. If someone said that to me, I don't think I would be close to him the majority of the time that I would have the chance. I would not be close to Pyro. That's what I'm trying to say. Why aren't your giblets? Why aren't you giblets already? Ow. Mad Middies wins the round. You know, Mad Middies is going from menacing to just kind of a sassy bird. You know, for this episode, he was just so edgy and angry the last episode, but now he's just sassy. He's completely a tsundere this episode. There we get it. And the Raccoon Sanctuary. Only Soldier knows this. I hope that they do not let anyone else knows this, because if they did know, they would get this house under animal protection, I think. Right, to become an animal sanctuary that would make the red team have to leave. Ooh, nice callback right here. Wait, you guys see this? There's a blue soldier picture right here. This shows that it is exactly the blue soldier, because only the blue soldier has like this triangular teeth that we also will see later on the episode. And as much as we see this picture here, we also saw the Tav picture on the blue base on the blue soldier's room, showing that this relationship that they have followed the comic, that they are the best friends. On the TF2 comments, we had the war update, I believe, where they put the red man against the blue soldier. That was the doings of the administrator and Miss Pauling to prevent their friendship getting in the way of the conflict. And the way that they did so, it was by faking tapes of each other kind of betraying the other in a way. For the blue soldier, they did a fake tape where they would, I think, mimic Demoman's voice, Red Demoman's voice, to say that the soldier told him that he never truly served in the war, that he was not a true soldier, he was a civilian. While they convinced the red Demoman to try to kill the blue soldier by giving him a lot of weapons and also giving him the Eyelander, a cursed sword that craves for heads. At least that's how I remember. And we can see bullets and giant holes all over this room. And I think this is a little bit of a drink with a barrel that dispenses alcoholic drinks. So while Madimidi is looking around, we see the woman's room. I was right, there's a little bit of booze, more scrumpy, scrumpy, soup can. There's a small TV here. Oh, he even made his own makeshift bed, net bed. Not bad. Oh, and this woman actually likes knitting. This is actually a very cool pastime. We see a fragile box, bombs, books, a target, a set of keys hanging here, a smiley face, which we know that I think this smiley face is the same one that he uses under his battle kilt. The one that we can see when he does the taunt, kaboom, and he raises this battle kilt to show the little smiley picture. We see more bottles all around. So we see him knitting a scarf that can actually be used as a cosmetic. And we see his picture with his parents. If you guys didn't know, Travis, or the moment he was not born without an eye, but I think both his parents were blind by the time that he was conceived, and he lost his left eye by working to Marasmus and actually taking a small peek at the bomb nomical, which took his eyes and turned the eye into monoculus. So let's continue. We also have his battle vest over here. And he goes, Dumbman's no longer faced by seeing weird things. Yeah. Wait, is this? Did they made his eye like this? Wait, let me go back to this real quick. Okay, we have the eyebrow, but I looked for a second. It kind of looked like ligma, the ligma sign from Half-Life. But it was just a very quick look because we can see now that he has kind of a triangular close to his eye with his eyebrow kind of making the symbol of ligma. And just good memories, use your manners. And now he sees the red medic and yeah, he falls kind of in love with it. What is that melody? Also, he calls melody like the laugh of the red medic. Interesting. Ooh, spy. Don't ask. Okay, we'll not ask, but I think that there was a very close call on this, don't you think? Gives him a little pull on the cheek. It's not every day you get to make fun of Spy. To his face, I mean. No. Nice one. And all around we see blood. I think we can actually suppose that this is recreated after the original Meet the Medic background that we had for his medical office. Everything here seems to have at least alluded to that room. That's nice. And of course, Mad Midis. Oh, it's okay, Mad Midis, he tends to have that effect on people. He just falls in love with it. But yeah, the Medic is one of the most beloved characters in the TF2 team. I can agree. What is this? Monday, Demo, Soldier, Pyro, NG Heavy. Tuesday, Spy, Medic, Soldier, Sniper, Miss Pauling. Wednesday, Sniper, Scout, Heavy, Demo, and Pyro. Thursday, Engineer, Spy, Medic, Heavy, Scout. Friday, Pyro, Demo, Spy, Miss Pauling, Engineer, Sniper. Saturday, Miss Pauling, Soldier, Heavy, Scout, Spy, NG. And Sunday, Medic, Pyro, Sniper, Demo, Soldier, and Scout. If you do not show up, your pay will be reduced. Miss 5 days, you're dead. That is a good point. So Miss Pauling actually is kind of considered to be the 10th class here to work, you know, to show up to work. But also nice this. So let's see, for example, so if this is a Tuesday or a Friday, so this is either on the game on the lore of today's day, it's either Tuesday or Friday. Interesting. And Miss Pauling just arrived to see the Mad Me is just printing the drawings. You break it, you buy it. You know what? Where did this theme came from? You break it, you buy it. You bring it by Origin. Can we find it real quick? Origin, the phrase "you break it, you bought it" was reportedly first used in 1952 by a Miami Beach gift shop, who posted the message over their fragile merchandise. Individually operated furnishing stores selling fragile goods, art, poetry, and sculptures often post "you break it, you buy it" sign. Oh, interesting. I learned something today. And also, it says man 700. Be nice to Miss Pauling, she deserves it. Yeah, she only gets 1 day off a year. So yeah, you should not be mean to Miss Pauling. It is free to be educated, but it can cost a lot when you lack to treat people with right respect. I totally messed that phrase up, but yeah, it's free for you to treat people right, to treat people nice, but it can cost you a lot if you're just a mean guy or a mean person. This is Blue Sniper. His hobbies are skipping work, watching horror movies, and blank. I'm scared of that blank. Also, skipping work, Sniper. If your team actually treats missing work just like the red team, just be sure you do not get caught doing that 5 days in a row. Whole storage keep closed. Wait, why did he give the little smile? Oh, he was just letting out some smoke. Okay. In his older age, he adopted a peace and love attitude. That's nice. He still enjoys hunting men for sport and petting cute birds. Oh yeah, and you can see kind of the gray line over his hair. Okay. Please open this stink man. And even Sniper is smoking here, so probably he and Spy were good friends too. The Pootis charm must be unleashed. Because in the comics, the only time that we saw Sniper smoking was when Sniper and the Spy killed the Blue Engineer, that being the classic Blue Engineer. And after that, after they almost died, they just share a cigarette, which is a cool bonding mechanism for storytelling. The Pootis charm TM must be unleashed. He can't resist it. He's weak. The Sniper is weak-willed. Let's see. Beans, alcoholic cider. Okay, that's probably for Demo Man. Ration, bottle, and Blue just goes ahead, and Blue Pootis goes ahead, but Blue is already ahead. So let's see, probably a jar of mayonnaise, human poison, the locals bars. Okay, there's some moonshine, some ice, some sodas, probably bonk, some other rations, and there's something written in this box. What was written there? Woods could really use a snack right about now. And then he goes ahead and gets some bird seeds. Blue team sandwich budget has been cut, they still have bird seeds though. Nice. Once again, this being a reference to the new plushie coming with the bird seeds. Delicious. Not for a human consumption. Oh, okay, so that's also there a little bit of bread here. So that's for the animals that they have. I swear these are just for my friends. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. You should have gotten a little bit more. And some good apple juice. 50% more apple. How would that be how would that be possible? Pootis can't resist apple juice. It's his third favorite snack and his first favorite drink. Oh, someone's taking a nap, and here we have the Blue Spy. I really enjoy all the connections that Quazie can make from the comics, the game, and also her own style of animating to construct these stories that connect everything. It's really nice. Usually people wouldn't sleep in freezers. Usually people wouldn't be missing their head. And Pootis just got completely scared. And now I get it truly why Engineer is so mad at the birds. Because there's something that he considers very valuable and something that he wants to protect at all costs in there. The body of a partner. This is Engineer, his hobbies used to be fun, but now he mostly cries all day. And another thing to show why why that was there. Because he misses Blue Spy. It's hard to stay mad at cool little birds. All stores keep closed. It says keep closed for a reason. And Pootis just giving a little lick to the box. And Bluetooth goes, alright, I got it. I wish we can see more of them in the next episode. And I just now realized that not only has the overalls and the hoodie, but he also has some Texan boots. Nice style. Engineer with the beard, not only being a cosmetic but being referenced to the comics itself, this beautiful, magnificent beard that he has. It's very stylish. When you start your job as a mercenary, they tell you don't get attached to your teammates. It happened. But it never really works out that. And there he is. We see a small, I believe, the first place bow tie. We see some more drawings, crayons, some oil or gasoline. We see a little towel or shirt, and we see one pyro hat that is actually in the game. And there is Blue Spy. Ow. And once again, the that we get when we do a high five taunt in TF2. My person got sucked down a sewer pipe. It is not a valid work excuse, unfortunately. So we cannot get a day off to go look for him. Sally, that is true. Sometimes horrible things will happen in your life and you will not have an excuse to skip work. Fortunately and sadly, the only thing you can do is suck it up and try to do your best. We have a few more drawings from Pootis. We have a drawing that says Mom with Scout's profile coming a little bit of the picture. We got Pootis over here. We got the Medmidis, and we got the Pootis little bird. Little bird backpack. And also a can of bunk and a trash can here next to Scout's bed. And we can see this time that the can is actually to the side. It fell down. And it's oh, so it's not a pair of pants maybe? It's just maybe a blanket. And we got Medmidis made the Spy Scout butt. And made... But... he knows they should at least try. Missing Pootis, please return to Red Scout. Don't make this more embarrassing than it has to be. Oh, Medmidis, you goddamn tsundere. And here I think is a seed sack that has been opened. Scout is totally up for the challenge. And I like to see like the gray spots under his eye just so that he has been crying a lot or that he hasn't been getting enough sleep because of that. And gets him. Let's go do this. Red team has come to care for Pootis, except Spy, not sure why he's helping. I think I know. Let's see if everyone's truly helping. Heavy, Spy, Pyro, Sniper, Engineer, Soldier, Demo, and Medic. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that Red Spy is helping because he, in a way, he just wants to care for Scout. We all know that Red Scout is the Red Spy's son. So yeah. He knows that this has been affecting him, so he just wants to see Scout get better. Wait, was that a little whip again? What was that? Okay, everyone gets one. And not really time for that, buddy. Oh yeah, you should not try to do that now. She just wants to help him find him. Come on. And no time for the call me sign gesture. Which in a way I think is a little bit of out of character for the Red Scout to do this right now. And we can see the intelligence, we see a pigeon, maybe Archimedes, we see the meeting room, we see outside, we see... Wait, is that the sniper camper van right there? I think that... Oh no, the number one sniper, this might be an area that sniper was in. The point, and we see many other storage areas, and this is I think the spawn entrance that people cannot get into right now. And the administrator with her very long cigarette just watching all of this, and Scout just pointing to the camera saying, please, have you seen him? Help me. And Scout being the way he is, he just goes ahead and puts it the other way. And I think this is back to New Jersey, right? Wait, let me... So just to confirm, where is Red Scout from TF2? Because I've been speaking Jersey, And oh no, he's Boston. I've been saying New Jersey, but he's actually from Boston. How could I get that wrong? Boston, Massachusetts. My bad, guys. Completely on me. I completely got that wrong. And we got Scout's mama. You can see that she has a little bit of a heavy eye here and even a gray spot in her hair. But I think that is just because today she's not taking any visits from Scout, Pootis, or the Red Spy, because I think she would be a little bit way more produced and not she would not show that wrinkle over. But she goes ahead and gets a little letter from Scout, and is it just me? It's I don't know. I feel like that it's a weird transition from a face expression. Look, she has this face right here, and now she has this one. It's so cool when we see people being goofy or just making weird expressions while no one's around, just to show how they're truly feeling. And there's a little dog over here, Ma, and she sees that Pootis is missing. Number 982, 985. Every bird grandma's worst nightmare is missing. And Soldier asking a bald eagle if he's seen Pootis, and the bald eagle actually replies. Let's see the little Greyman's daughter or clone or granddaughter having her little room with Saxon Hale's picture, having a knife on it because they took or they want to take Manco from him. There's the gentleman Spy Crab over there. She's having a tea party with him. There is a heavy robot head here with a wrench and a different version of the Balloonicore here. At least she is cool enough and nice enough to actually try to help her. Hey, have you seen him? And Medic comes to hell to ask Satan if he has actually seen Pootis. And there's the little pen that most likely Medic will trade one of his souls when the time comes. I cannot believe I agreed to this meeting. Uncle Heavy will find Pootis asking all the pigeons and Archimedes where is Pootis. There's a little red spot here. I wonder why, because I think that this was supposed to be Archimedes. Oh no, there's actually, yeah, that's right, there's Archimedes, but there are a lot of pigeons that follow Medic all around, and a few of them might get a spill of blood from time to time. And here we have the public bathroom, which is only a bucket. Oh, that's actually disgusting, and might be a reference to either Shrek still, or to just this general composition of bathrooms in rural areas, you know, in campsite areas, in camp. No, not camp. In away from cities areas. I totally forgot how you say that. If you guys can help me out, tell me in the comments. There's a little barn here. Hang in there. Oh, nice reference. Missing Pootis, please return to Red Scout, my friend, which is the tank desk engineer. Also, this is the engineer workshop. There is a wrench here and also one of those extensions he carries around, and everyone is just so intimidated by Mad Meaties. And we see here the #1 engineer mug with the little lollipop. The engineer usually lives there. Oh, I am totally forgetting the name of this. A pencil. I was still thinking about a pen because of the Medic and Satan interaction. And there's the little board. If you're reading this, get out. on the dark board. Find them. And the soldiers just getting rockets and some of the posters to when he shoots, he sends it to. Not over. It's not over yet. We see that the soldier has normal rocket launcher. Demo appears to have the lock and load. Engineer has a teleporter and his shotgun. But it's a little bit weird that he has a little scope here, so it seems like he's actually using a sniper's rifle. Red Spy is here and he's masked. We see the other side of the campground. We see the blue soldier over here with his little like triangular teeth, giving a little bit of an angry or happy smile. We see the blue sniper here, we see the payload track over here, we see one of the skull signs that are usually all around TF2, we see a blue sentry, and the red sniper camping over here. I think that the blue sniper will not be able to live a lot, because I think that red sniper is actually aiming at either the sentry or soldier, while the blue sniper is actually aiming at him. And here we have Scout with his scattergun. Oh, nice one. They actually destroyed the sentry. Nice one, soldier. Running all around to leave posters. Missing Pootis, please return to Red Scout. Maybe Scout isn't so bad. He's enjoying murder just as much as Mad Beatties. And the blue NG just sees this and gets it. Also in the background, the point is red. So once again, I think that the blue team lost this fight. Red sucks. Missing poster all around. Okay, we're looking around at their uncles. So Demo Man, Sniper, and Pyro sleep in this room alongside with Scout too. Each one in a bunk. We see that some of this stuff has been pushed under his bed because his friends are over there looking at top secret files, which I kind of believe to be some like the red spices, some very inappropriate adult. No, the blue spices. There's some very inappropriate content about Red Spy and the Red Scout's mother. So much so that when he gives that look to the demo man, he just gives one of those blushing smile like, damn man, this is some good stuff. Pootis really needs some attention. Hey. Guns and guns. Damn, that is some very, very good building this guy got here. And at 25 cents for the magazine. Don't interrupt my research. You know, yeah, I think that Blue Scout on this one might like a little bit too much of big guns. Maybe got it from his dad and stepdad. Don't interrupt my research. Sometimes something is wrong about everything. Pootis can't quite figure it out. And he's gonna get it right now. He's gonna understand. All around the blue team's quarters seem the same, and he'd notice it. Pootis, my little buddy. Oh yeah, the red scout's a little bit more tanned, and the blue scout's a little bit more pale because he stays in a snowy environment. Wait a minute, my mom doesn't have male pattern baldness. Wait. Really? Is the blue scout starting to get bald? Damn. Oh yeah, this scout is actually 30, so I think he's actually older than the red scout. But he's having a horrible day. He just realized that he's not home. All the junk all around his backpack, the scout backpack still on the ground under the bunk. Your mom is a red scout? Makes sense. Pootis was also a crybaby once. And it was Heavy who rescued him. Once again, 1969. Is it just me or Pootis on this picture seem a little bit more sick? Like when he's outside on the snow. There's a little bit of the wrinkles showing that he's tired. There are a few cans, a few waste, and just some boxes of thrown out products. Like this one's probably from the Spy Crabs, this one were from the Pootis and maybe the Tiny Desk Engineers. And a little vote sign here, which I do not know who's from, and a little lighter. But it's sad to see like these toys just get thrown out like that. If you guys have toys or plushies or anything that you're not using anymore, don't just throw it away. Find a charity and donate them for people that can actually love and feel happy that they can have a small toy. I know that there are many children out there that don't have anything, and they could really appreciate something like a Pootis or a Bluetooth. There's a little cigar here and other machinery and electronics around. I mean, they didn't even have any food. This is so wholesome. And of course, all the while the Heavy was not pushing the car, everyone else was having such a hard time to push. We had Scout, Soldier, Pyro, Sniper, Medic, Spy, Demo, and NG. And you know, I have to say, Quasi kind of missed a cool opportunity here to like. They had Scout, they had Soldier, Pyro. Quasi could have gone for the order of the mercenaries, like in the menu right here, with everyone pushing the car. It would have been cool to see everyone like in the order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Heavy being right here offering a sandwich. Sandwiches are only for special occasions. Heavy. And you really took those words to the heart. Sandwiches are only for special occasions. Pootis did not know how good he was. He's a cool guy. You're not so bad, crybaby. He's brought to the conference room, and everyone is just looking at the missing Pootis. Please return to Red Scout. Some furniture around. He's on top of a table. There's a little cigar ashes cup right here, or thing right here. There's a dossier. Okay. Little file. This is Blue Demo. His hobbies are leadership, golfing, and occasional martini. What is a occasional martini? Oh, and an occasional martini. It's a drink. Okay, I think it was an action or something to do. So let's see. And he's mad, so I think he already has his idea in mind. Probably him who proposed to get the head of the Blue Spy back. Heavy is thinking about it. Then was considering all the options. The Blue Scout's confused. Sniper and Pyro are just there, and there's a soldier right here, just watching everything without truly understanding things. And by the ending of it, they all turn to Demo to think what they need to do. And also another thing, I think that for this Blue Demo, since his hobby is golfing, I think that his melee weapon would be the golf club, right? This is Blue Medic. You don't want to know his hobbies. Yes, I do not want to. Oh no, it was actually the Blue Medic's idea to get the Blue Spy's severed head back then. By this interaction, I imagine it was that. Ugh. I am with you on this one, Pootis. All the while that they are just waiting for a response, someone to call back. He's drinking a little bunk with a straw, which is actually a callback to other animations from the series and from the episode where he would visit Scout's mom, the Red Scout's mom, where she would pick these very, very cool and elaborated. Oh, it's not straps. What's the name of it? Oh, let me Google it real quick. Straws, where she would get these elaborate straws so he could drink it from his bunk. And I have to say, I was also a fan of that. I would have a few crazy straws so when I would drink my sodas when I was a kid. I should try to get a new one. That would be very cool to have. They're getting along for now. And the Red Sniper just getting in here to be able to talk with a Scout about finding like a response. But one thing that I have to say is that the way that he gets into the room like this kind of reminds me a little bit of Pie animations, because this way like this position to draw. I remember that Pie animations also used it on his episode on Meet the Amazing, I think Sexton Hale, or something like that. It was the episode where both the red and blue team kind of merged together to fight against Merasmus and Saxon Hale. And when it was a sniper's turn to pull his weapon to fight Saxon Hale, he went like, okay, let's do this the old-fashioned way, and he pulled his weapon. He had this same position like this. So I do not know if it's a reference to that. I hope to know one day. From blue team to red scout, and there's a little stamp right here. Okay, mandatory team meeting. They're all here to help to get Pootis back. Also, there's a little poker table. Maybe the same one that was used on the poker night at inventory. A few things on the background, there's a storage room, and everyone's here. And right here, we have a little whiskey. They're all looking like, okay, pick it up. Everyone's just waiting for Scout to pick it up. And the same thing with the blue team, the red soldier is just happy to be there. He doesn't fully comprehend the situation. Scout can handle this. I started off problems that could be easily avoided. One of these problems will be turning 25 soon. Oh, the burn on that one, Jesus! But this kind of confirms that this scout is younger than the blue scout. He's 5 years younger, or kind of 6. But at least he knows that Scout will be turning 25. He actually remembers his birthday. Is a great indication that Spy, in a way, he still cares. But the way that it says Spy started off problems that could be easily avoided. One of those problems will be turning 25 soon, referring to Scout. Damn, that's a great bird, even without saying any words. Jesus. And meanwhile, the little finger gesture of Medic, and he goes, or is it 27? Okay, I take back a little bit of what I said. He doesn't truly know the true age of Scout. Dear Reds, come if you ever want to see your Pootis live again, return our Spy's head. And war you need to be very threatening, but damn, if they would hurt Pootis, I would go to war against them. How could they ever threaten Pootis? Someone here is pretending to read, of course it's Soldier. I'll let you choose, of course Soldier. I was wondering if this was actually going to show up, but it's on a very different shade of gray compared to my green screen wall. So continuing, the red spy and also the the red scout just turned to the medic with that look, you better give us that head. Shows it. He goes, oopsie. I think that the medic and the blue medic in this, they can have the same creepy smile for that, don't they? that smile. I seem to have misplaced my spy head. Yes, you did. And there's a little cigarette there and a little bit of beer. But then I just realized it must be horrible for the blue spy head to stay in the freezer or just to be inside places, cold places like that, so he can not degrade his skin. That must be horrible. But also again, he's wearing a mask, so it must be a little bit better. Let's see, all around his room there's a lollipop with a few hairs. This is one of Pyro's weapon. If you're wearing the Pyrovision, there's a little there's a gas propane tank here. I think, or maybe this water. Do not know the symbol. Maybe it's a symbol to show that it's flammable. We have a pyro picture here. We have his bed with a little. Oh, I'm forgetting words. It's been already 1 hour and 48 minutes, and I'm just going over words here. With a little star blanket, we got a little teddy bear here that has a little bruise here or a little scar. We got a little tea table that we've seen before in his room with balloonicorns and ponies all around it. And Pyro called dibs. Seen all around a lot of paintings, a lot of burn marks, and a lot of destruction, and even a fire extinguisher over here with a little hammer to break the glass. As soon as he tries to get it, wow! The same sound for the high five taunt we can hear in the contact of the slap. Better give up, Scout. You're not gonna get it like that. And it shows him the picture, shows how serious the situation is. And I'm proud of Pyro on this series. Pyro's been doing the right thing on this series. Even though he's still very menacing sometimes, he knew that this is more important than him keeping the spy head. There he goes. It's Pootis time. Eh? Scout is no longer Medme's arch rival. Oh, it is the Pyro now. And really, just them just going and giving the fingers like this is great. Pyro is much more interesting and scary. Amazing that Pyro can understand the rivalry. Oh, and right here, we got some Australian gold painting, right? Because I actually had this paint at one point. I dropped it in a Christmas or something like that, and I painted one of my Heavy's cosmetic hairs so he could be blonde. And of course, Mad Midi is just wanting to Medic to notice him. I don't remember making that. The implications of I don't remember making that actually leave me a little bit scared, so let's just skip that. We will kill you. He just leaves the borders of the red team's base and pretended to go skating his whole way there. And that would take a very long time. Thankfully, Uncle Heavy will help. Once again, this little interaction of them of scouts driving the motorcycle, the motorbike, while Heavy hangs in the back is just a nod to the comics, where they had the scene where Scout and Heavy could talk a little bit while they were heading to their destination. A very nice allusion to the comics. And in the meantime, while they go through this road and through the apple trees, Medimidi just watches in concern, waiting for Pootis to come back with them. To Pootis! They should have come a little bit better equipped for this environment. Heavy can very easily take on this. He's Russian, he has been in this environment way longer than Scout. And they notice that Scout and Heavy are approaching. They're looking to all the cameras. Oh, I think I actually recognize a few of these. This is the meeting room. This is, I think, the river. Why you guys have a camera on the shower? The NG, that's a little creepy. You guys should not have that there. And here the martini that we saw mentioned in the Blue Demo's profile with the subtitles. Blue NG is still watching the cameras. And in the meantime, Bluetooth is just doing some exercises, which is good, while Scout just sit there keeping the Bluetooth and the hostage secure. For his friend. Nice. Blue Scout may not be as attentive, but he still thinks Pootis is a funny little guy. And here they are. I like the oversimplified drawing of Scout. It's you can truly identify that as Scout just by looking at that. Here they come. Intruder alert, Red Scout and Red Heavy are in the base. Please leave, crybaby. Scout's trying to appear non-threatening. He doesn't have to try too hard. Yep. Not with those skinny arms. And here comes the blue team. I think I have these grenades for demo. Soldier with his triangular teeth. and the rest of the team to back up this hostage exchange. Blue Heavy would love to rip him apart with his bare hands. Blue Sniper hopes this goes on the payroll. Yeah, but come on, Sniper. It is said that you love to skip work, so easy money, no work, no deal. Blue Demon started losing. Yeah, they've been losing a lot. Pootis. A leaving head? Oh. And even the Bluetooth is surprised by that. That must have been why Spy couldn't respawn. So just to confirm, this world has respawn. That's nice. That's great to know. Just to confirm that they fight and kill each other and they respawn. And the Blue Angel is actually in disbelief of that this is why he thought that Spy was dead. And Blue Demon is just having none of this, he just wants this to get over. Red Scout doesn't quite understand the father-son bond. Yeah, he doesn't. And just adds too much to the scene because Blue Scout just really caring and loving for his dad. Seeing this, he doesn't understand like that this father-son bond that he's basically holding in his hands. One Spy head for one Pootis. Beyond that, I think that after this there's not so much, but I really want to have a look at the artwork again that Quazies received for Lil Pootis. Once again, just the difference in how buffed the Blue Scout is compared to the Red Scout, and just how more tan the Red Scout is compared to Blue Scout is very nice additions, considering that they come from different environments and may even be from different years of birth. I tried to making grabbing as intense as I could. Yeah, but all good, Quazies, all good. That went surprisingly well. And he runs away. And don't come back! Oh, look at this beautiful little Bluetooth. This is the best day Spy had in a while, yeah. Blue Spy deserves a break. They may have their problems, but Scout is happy to see he's dead. Engineer might be happier. Yeah. This is all too much. Oof. This still creeps me out that from seeing someone crying, the blue medic just goes ahead and picks the needle like, oh, I can fix it. I can sew your eyes back together. No, this is too creepy. Blue hopes to see the crybaby again one day. Nice. They both weren't sure if they ever see each other again. Heavy will not tell anyone that Scout cried. That's because Heavy's a good friend. Oh, I saw a little hidden soldier there. The barn, the tire, everything's there. There's soldier just watching. And I think he even has a little blush on his cheeks, just being happy to watch this cute scene. Sorry about that thing you don't know I did. And Birdseed, our friend. Such a good little Pootis. This Blue Spy, his hobbies are chain smoking, getting over the divorce, and trying to be better. Oh, it's so nice to see the bonding of this group. And I kind of still Hopefully they can retire together sooner than later. But I still think that Quasi went for a ship between Engineer and the Blue Spy. But it's a very nice scene, and this song of the background really fits well with everything and the way that they end. And this look between two of them, really, what a ship. What is Mad Midi is actually knitting there? ETE. I do not get what is that. And there comes the pyro. Pootis is happy, mom is happy, everyone's good. See you next time. Now to the fun art once more. Hi Pootis. Let's see. Season 2 by Spamming Random Art. Very nice one. IMG Carlson 5. Oh, really, it scared me so much to see this drawing in crayon alongside the Metamedes holding a scissor that has red on it. And there's a drawing of little son with Scout here. Nice attention to detail. We asked for no pickles as Metamedes comes to talk with Scout, made by Lemon Screams. This is specifically for art, a little art of Pootis and Metamedes together. To toast of Pootis and Bluetooth. This is so cute. Cloud Pony. Ooh! Hacking Machine Gun. This is actually very trippy. I love the style. Shiny Buddies. A nice, very wholesome one to show made actually growing to like Pootis. Angel Bugs made Pootis and Archimedes together. Poopy Boyman just showing Pootis just flexing on his great muscles, and Mad Midi is taking attention to that, taking notice of that. Stereo Sheep Art doing. Oh, I've seen this dance animation before. It's the Club Penguin dance animation. Nice. And a Meserol 1P. I think is the one that was close to copy Mad Midi's style, and that's a good Pootis too. We got a high procedure with Metamedes and Pootis getting a little bit blushed by Metamedes' hug. And we got a cursed dot drawings for you. Oh, is this a Pootis, or is this to be a knitting maybe? This is so cool, but what is, I don't know, because for me it's a little bit confused to see the whole picture, but oh, I see, this is the beak. Okay, I thought this was a nose. For a moment, I thought this looked like a Scooby-Doo head, but this is actually the mouth. Oh, nice. I wonder how long it took to make that. We got Lieutenant Buttsnout with Engineer and Spy like together in the little hearts. I wonder if these are the people that were also patrons, so they got maybe for this one they got to see the video beforehand, and they made this art so it could go into the video, probably. Perhaps draws. Nice one. We got Boba Miriku with a Scout, Sniper, Pootis, and everyone just having a little fun day with Metamedes trying to kill Scout. And I think that Boba Miriku actually so far was the best Pootis art to capture Pootis' cuteness. And Frogman just showing them both going into a picnic. We got Human Maiden 22. Oh, I think that these are the spy crabs. Nice, like the human version of the spy crabs. Is this like the one that doesn't have a cigarette anymore? I think it is. Nice. And I.1wannabe.m.e. Just showing the Pootis. Nice one. Also representing the meme of the soy jacks pointing like this. It's nice. We got Zebra underline Kiki just showing all the tiny pets together. Pootis giving a rose. Mad-Midi is just after committing murder, and the Tiny Desk Engineer and the Spy Crabs are having fun. Angel Bugs made the beast inside, and is a little Pootis bird, which is the beast inside of you. And Vinegar Clown just showing the Mad-Midis and Pootis having a cute conversation about Mad-Midi saying murderer, and the Pootis not understanding a single thing that is speaking. Isabella the God 1. Some very, very nice art right here of them hanging around. Oh, sorry. Zayd9575, just a cute drawing of them together, Scout and Pootis. We got We Love Pootis by Lemonauti. I hope I pronounced that right. With tons of Pootis and even a Sans Pootis. Wow, there are just so many versions of Pootis in this nice one. Purple Skeleton doing the Pootis and the Blue Scout. Carl's Creations with Blue Scout saving Pootis from the snow. Kitsune drawn the baby, oh tiny baby, showing a Pootis with Scout's shirt. And Kama just showing a very, very old style picture of Spy, Scout, Scout's mom, Pootis, and the Spy Crabs all together in a family picture. We got Tora Draw 21 making a little Pootis and Mad Mady's poster. We got other daughters drones who did gigantic Mad Mady's and Pootis talking. Pootis might not understand what Mary is saying, but he loves to listen regardless. Oh, that's love right there. And just one red cat did a cute drawing of Pootis. Talking about Mad Middies. Scout and Pootis. Taco Shell C5458 and the Mad Middies being jealous of that. Hollow Grave doing the little Spider-Man meme with Blutis and Pootis. And your matey Oya did a little drawing of Pootis and Scout. As Erzikawart did a nice drawing of Pootis with a lot of Pootis emojis in the background. Alexa Pancake did, what is this, a Blender version of Mad Middies? And Box Off did the Mad Middies and Pootis having a good walk. A gay little duck did. Oh, is this clay sculptures of them? Damn, this actually turned out very nice. This one actually reminded me a little bit of Pingu. Crimson Sonata 69. Oh, this is so cool. It really gives an anime vibe to Pootis with this hair like this. Artatine lose sleepover between him and I believe that this is maybe his own character. And they have a little game here with a picture of Pootis and a little... Is this a little Godzilla? What is this? A Spooky 1 did a kawaii face of Pootis. And Lily Puppet Child did a tiny little candy Pootis, I believe. Bread is My Life made the love of Pyro and for a Blue Spice Red head. With the little heart and the little crown here. Damn, this look looks very nice. And the Cantidank made the sniper, the scout, Pootis, and is this Bluetooth or this Mad Middies? I don't know. This, if you're still reading, comment. If you're still reading, comment Bluetooth. I will be commenting that as soon as I finish this, because guy, we just surpassed 2 hours for this video. I have a few hours to edit this and release or get it ready to release. So if you guys can, please be sure to give a like to the original video. More than that, check out Quazies' Patreon and also check out the plushies that Quazies is selling. It's a great way to support your content creators to see what they're offering, and I think that this is a very cute plushie. You guys should definitely check it out. Remember, 48 hours for a discount and 21 days to buy it before it goes out forever out of stock. And one more thing before we go. This is the second video of today, so if you guys can go to the channel and check the previous video out too. We reacted to Costa Moines' Uber Heart, and more than that, I opened up a Patreon too, so if you guys could check it out, it would mean a lot to me. Thanks so much for all the help on the channel, thanks so much for the donations, thanks so much for helping me and sticking with me during the live streams, and thank you so much for all the support over the months. I hope to see you guys next time, on the next video, on the next reaction, the next YouTube short, or the next live stream. Okay? Quasi, I hope that if you're watching this, I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you're safe. I hope that you're well. And until next time, my guys, bye. See ya.